So the next thing we're going to work on is plyometrics. Plyometrics is just a fancy word for multiple jumps. So the first plyometric that we're going to work on is the single leg hop, but we're going to go through a progression for the single leg hop. So the first part of that would be a single leg pogo jump. So all you're going to do is mimic the movement of the ankle pop that we did in the warm-up. So Tanya's just going to bounce on one foot, and she's just going to work on lifting her foot, her toes up, so that dorsiflexion there. Her arm action is small. Make sure that you do this on both feet. So she was just on her right leg, so we want to make sure that we do on the left as well. So the second part of the single leg hop, the single leg cycle progression, is a single leg butt kick. It mimics the second drill in the sprint mechanics that we did earlier today. So she's going to do just a single leg butt kick. So you can see that her heel is coming up to the bottom of her glute, and she's just doing repetitive stationary jumps. What she does on one side, she's going to do on the other. Notice her single arm action there. So the third part of this single leg hop progression is hitting the A position. So Tanya's going to be bringing her foot up underneath her hamstring here. Now that we've worked our way through the progression with the single leg pogo jump, the single leg butt kick, the single leg tuck jump, we're going to move out and try to put all that together into a moving single leg cycle. So Tanya's going to take a few running steps, and she's going to shoot for 4 single leg cycles. Good. Tall posture, hitting those positions in that progression that we talked about just a little bit ago. Again, this is the single leg cycle. So this plyo is called tuck jumps. So Tanya is just going to bring both of her feet up off the ground with her feet underneath her hamstring, bringing her feet up underneath her hamstring. So using her arms, big double arm action. So this next plyometric that we're going to do is called a power bound. So the key things to be thinking about as you go through the power bound motion is pushing off of the ground horizontally. So you want to cover some ground on these, and then also pay attention to what your front leg is doing. Her front knee will be out in front of her in a nice big knee drive, and her foot will be underneath her ankle, and she'll have a nice big arm drive as well. Notice her posture as well. She's just got a slight lean as she's pushing through that back leg. So on the power bound, one of the common mistakes that people make is recovering that heel that they're pushing off of. So you want to make sure that you're pushing through a fully extended back leg. Don't bring that heel up to your butt. Another thing about the power bound is that you want to have a little bit of a vertical component to it. It's still a horizontal movement, but you need to get off of the ground a little bit.